There we go. All right, today's date is July 6th, 2022. In Baylor County, Texas, I call cause number 11734 in the interest of Wayland Roan Marshall. What says the state?
The state is ready.
Present by audio and video is Mackenzie Marshall. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. The court's file reflects that Joshua Roan was served with notice of these proceedings back on May 11th of this year. The court's file, the return of service has been in the court's file in excess of 10 days, and there's no appearance today on behalf of Mr. Roan. This hearing was set at 10:30, and it's now approximately 10:42 or 10:40, so we are proceeding to default. You may call your first witness, Ms. Ware.
Your Honor, the state calls Mackenzie Marshall.
Ms. Marshall, would you raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Ms. Ware.
And would you please state your name for the record?
Mackenzie Marshall.
And you are the mother of Wayland J. Roan Marshall, born January 15th of 2022?
Yes.
And who is the father of that child?
Joshua Roan.
Okay, and he signed acknowledgement of paternity probably at the hospital stating he was the father, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you and Mr. Roan don't currently live together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Roan's been helping you with Wayland until the two of you broke up, correct?
Yes.
So because of that, you are not requesting any retroactive child support, correct?
Yes.
You understand you cannot ask for that in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Now, has Mr. Roan been visiting the child at all?
Yes, he has.
Okay, how old is the child?
6 months.
And what have the two of you been doing for visitation?
He comes over here occasionally on Saturdays for a couple hours to just spend time with Wayland and play with him.
Okay, by over here, you mean to your house, right?
Yes.
Okay. And does anybody else live there with you?
Just my mom, and then my brother rents out the front room.
Okay. And does anybody do any supervising while he's over at your house visiting?
My mom and me are supervising.
Okay. And since your child is so young, you're requesting that the court order Mr. Roan to have supervised visitation by you or somebody you designate every other Saturday from 12 to 3 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that you're requesting that should be until further order of the court, correct?
Yes.
To your knowledge, does Mr. Roan have any criminal charges against him?
Yes.
And what are those for, if you know?
I don't know exactly. All I do know is he's on probation for what he's told me is aggravated assault.
Okay, but that did not involve you or the child, correct?
No.
Okay. Now, have there been any issues with Mr. Roan being abusive towards you or your child?
Just verbally abusive towards me.
Okay, what does he do?
If he's been drinking a lot, he will start fights over text messages and call me a bunch of names.
Okay, has he threatened you with anything?
Just taking away Wayland.
Okay. And so because of that, you are requesting that the court order supervised visitation until further order, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that for there to be a different visitation order, if the court orders that, one of you would have to come back to court and get it changed. You understand that?
Yes.
But the order also would say that possession is as mutually agreed upon between the two of you, and if you can't agree, then it would be from 12 to 3 every other Saturday, if that's what the court orders. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have a problem with that being at your house, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay. You and I have discussed the family violence non-disclosure finding of your personal information based on Mr. Roan's behavior, and you're not requesting a non-disclosure finding, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. And Mr. Roan, obviously, since he comes to your house, knows where you live, and you don't have a problem with him having that information if you move, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how is your son insured for medical insurance?
He is under state insurance through the Superior Health Plan.
Okay, and you don't have health insurance available at a reasonable cost through a job or any other source, do you?
No.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell the court regarding any of these issues I haven't asked you about?
I don't think so.
Okay. Your Honor, the state rests. The state also requests, well, I should say prior to resting, the state requests that our investigative report regarding Mr. Roan's current income, which shows he has an average gross income monthly of $4,261.33, be marked as State's Exhibit 1 and entered into evidence.
All right, I do have it here, and it's admitted as state's number 1.
State rests and closes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Marshall, do you know if Mr. Roan has any other children?
Not to my knowledge, he does.
Okay. All right, based on the testimony and evidence, then I do find that Mr. Roan is the legal and biological father of Wayland in order the parent-child relationship established for all purposes. I'm appointing the parties as joint managing conservators with Ms. Marshall to determine the primary residence of the child. I'm granting the requested visitation schedule, but I'm adding that no alcohol, Mr. Roan not consume any alcohol within 12 hours prior to or during the visitation. Visitation to take place at Ms. Marshall's residence, supervised by Ms. Marshall or an adult that she chooses. So Ms. Marshall, you don't have to be there if you choose not to, okay?
Okay.
Just choose somebody that Wayland is familiar with. That would be sufficient, okay? And comfortable. All right, what is the state requesting in terms of child support?
Your Honor, since Ms. Marshall is not requesting any retroactive child support, the state would request that the court enter a retroactive support judgment, that the court order Ms. Marshall to re-enroll the child in a government plan and order Mr. Roan to pay $134 a month medical support based on State's Exhibit 1, $685 a month child support, both to begin the 1st of August of 2022. The state also requests that he be ordered to pay court costs as billed by the Baylor County District Clerk no later than the 1st of August of 2023.
All right, I'm granting that relief exactly as you've expressed it, Ms. Ware. If there are any medical bills not covered by the insurance, both parties or each party will pay half, and we'll get that child support started. Ms. Ware is going to prepare that order for my signature and forward it to me. I'll sign off on it. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody could request a new hearing. If you or Mr. Roan does that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge, and she would start over and make her own decision. But if nobody does that, this order we're doing today starts to become final, and you should get a copy by email or by regular mail within about 2 weeks. If you don't, Ms. Marshall, please call the AG's office and just remind them to send one to you. Okay?
All right.
Good luck to you and your family, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.